Should you buy cheap properties like this? Every once in a while, you come across properties like this, which is very, very cheap. For example, this one's 2,500 bucks, and even in Detroit, Michigan, that is cheap. As you can see, this is exactly what it looks like from the outside, and there's some graffiti here and there, but honestly, this is not the worst property I've ever seen. And for 2,500 bucks, it actually doesn't look that bad from the outside. Now you can see the garage definitely needs some work. The inside definitely needs a ton of work. But again, this is not the worst property I've ever seen in my life. And it looks like it's been on Zillow for 982 days, and it's owned by the Detroit Land Bank Authority. And the simple answer for me is, if you're a brand new investor, even though it might be tempting because it's only 2,500 bucks, I would stay away from these properties. And the reason is because as a new investor, you don't know what you're doing with renovations. And there could be so many things that could go wrong. You don't have a trusted team, you don't have a trusted contractor, you don't have a trusted property management company. So if you consider renovations, your 2,500 bucks could easily come out to $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 just to fix up the home. Instead, if you are a new investor, I would go for properties just like this that look like they're in a decent condition, that might be a little bit old, but you know exactly what to expect on renovations, and it might be $20,000, $30,000, $35,000 to renovate this property. And it'll be a much simpler and easier process for you. Instead of handling a $70,000, $80,000 renovation, unless you live in the area, unless you really, really know the neighborhood well, and you already have a leg up on other people with resources, maybe you have a contractor friend, or maybe your dad is a contractor, whatever it might be. If that's a scenario, then yes, maybe that is different. But for most new investors, especially if you're investing out of state, I would not recommend properties like that, even though the $2,500 price point is enticing.